Great afternoon, guys. Thank you, Anita, for that introduction. Thank you for the opportunity. For all of you who are listening today, I appreciate the opportunity, and I'm humbled by the opportunity just to have this time to share with you a bit of our brand journey. As Anita said, they chatted to me a while back about just being able to share not so much the specifics of a brand or product, but the specifics of our journey. And so this afternoon, what I hope to do is just to share with you a brief sort of history of Blue Line, of nuuma, and then to really just try and glean a few fundamental ideas or concepts that hopefully will really encourage you and challenge you in these times that we are all facing. So as I discuss this, I want to first just look at nuuma. And so nuuma is a new kitchen brand that we've actually formally launched this week, actually. And what that really is we saw about 10 years ago, the nuuma brand was conceptualized, and we saw an incredible opportunity in the market, and just the opportunity to try and develop and build something that would target a different segment of the market to what Blue Line targets. For those of you who don't know Blue Line is a kitchen company as well. And as Anita said, it was started nearly 20 years ago. I think I designed my first kitchen for Blue Line during my final exams in matric. And our vision from the beginning was to build Blue Line into what we're still trying to do, an international brand, to build Blue Line to compete internationally. And really to do that, what we realized as the years went on, that we needed Blue Line to have no restrictions on it, for Blue Line to be unhindered in many ways, so that it could really just explore all the materials it wanted to. It could explore the design, the technology, just really keep pushing the boundaries, essentially. And with that, obviously, as ORDE Group, it's a manufacturing group. And so with manufacturing, with machinery, you obviously want to have volume going through your factory. And so about 10 years ago, we saw that we needed to develop another brand. But why does it take 10 years to launch a brand? So I guess maybe that's the advantage of going to varsity, which I didn't do. But no, seriously, we needed the time. I think the reality is that to launch a brand properly and to build a brand, it takes time. And maybe that's the first encouragement that you can take this afternoon, is just, if you everything is branding, whether you're a service provider, whether you're selling a product, whether you're a designer or architect, or you have a product that you're selling, everything is branding. And it takes time to build a brand. It takes time to think through the concepts. And we needed nearly a decade to really work through this concept of how to have within the stable, within the group, how to basically have Blue Line be able to not be hindered by another kitchen company literally in the same group. And similarly, how we could give a new brand entering the South African market, how we could give it the best possible platform to launch from. And it's taken us 10 years. We have tried many things over those years. We've launched different internal ranges. We've launched things to certain designers, to certain clients. Some of them have helped the concept develop. Some of them were total failures. We have done lots of market research. We've really worked out a lot of things. And Blue Line also needed time to mature. So Blue Line needed time for it to grow in its confidence, for the brand to grow. We needed time to develop the product offering. We needed time to develop the materials that Blue Line offers. And we got to a place in the last sort of 2 years where we felt that Blue Line was really now getting to and entering a new season where it could really just sort of run after its main vision of kind of targeting that niche luxury segment of the market with an incredible product, sort of that real authentic luxury. And then just naturally, all the work we had been doing on this nuuma concept materialized. And by early this year, we sort of had the concept down. We had the product offering, also targeting a premium segment of the market. nuuma, simpler design. The name is Scandinavian inspired. And so that's why it's Nuuma. That's how we spell it. And it's really that Scandinavian simplicity, but still with texture, still with character, and just really where it is a brand that's able to really be extremely competitive in the premium segment of the South African market. And so as we're talking, we are currently rolling out the Joburg nuuma showroom, which will open early November. The Cape Town nuuma showroom will follow suit early December this year. And with that, the Blue Line Cape Town showroom will launch during December as well. And so with that, even in the group, we've got other sales channels. We have an export sales channel that we've been rolling out, and into next year, we're looking at opening other showrooms in Africa. And with that, various other channels basically that I'm working on in the group and that we're working on. And so I hope that gives you a brief sort of overview of how Blue Line and nuuma have sort of come about in a sense, and the time that's taken. But really what my motive for the talk today was, instead of going into more detail about the nuuma product or the Blue Line product, that I'd love for you to come and visit our showrooms, obviously, as they're open. Keep following us on social media and that. But really, I just felt, and I think that was the heart of Anita and her team, the Decorex team, was I just wanted to now humbly offer some ideas and concepts that have really helped us and given us clarity and helped us to stay the course in a sense, and given us continued vision to keep moving forward. And so I've got 3 main ideas in the time we have left this afternoon that I just want to share with you, and I hope that they'll encourage you and stir you to continue in your own journey as you're building the brand, especially in these times that we are facing. So the first idea, the first concept that we've really taken hold of over the last 20 years is this concept that it's okay to say no. And that's what we've done. Maybe that's why it even took us 10 years, because we weren't willing to compromise the Blue Line brand. We weren't willing to compromise it one bit. We wanted Blue Line. We want Blue Line to be the ultimate brand. And so we weren't willing to compromise. Similarly, we weren't willing to compromise nuuma. And so we have said no to many projects, to many opportunities even over the years, where Blue Line has a specific product that it offers, targeting a specific market. Nuuma, well, nuuma's not going to try and be Blue Line. Blue Line's not going to try and be nuuma. Similarly, our export channel, we have a contract sales channel where we do large volume scale developments from our factory, and even that, everything has a focus. And so that's really the encouragement, that you have to focus. You have to focus on your core competency. And I think why that is so important is because when you focus on something and you're consistent and there's a sustained consistency and sustained effort after a service that you offer or a product that you offer, you should become better at it. And we're still there. We're learning, we're failing, we're making mistakes, we're figuring out, but we're moving forward on a consistent journey, basically of being a cabinet manufacturer, servicing all the different sales channels within our group, within this ORDE group offering. And so I believe that focus is critically important. Now, I know practically some of you are thinking, yeah, that was great for pre-COVID and maybe pre our struggling economy, but right now we just got to try and survive. And I get that. I mean, we are a manufacturing group, and so our machines being down for one day, never mind 6 weeks, is massive. But still, when we have looked at all of it, we have seen incredible opportunities to diversify and to create more sales channels from our core focus of manufacturing cupboards. For example, we don't offer freestanding furniture. Now, we've got the machines that could make that. We've got even incredibly skilled people, but we have chosen to really become excellent at producing what we produce, fitted cabinetry, basically, servicing different various segments of the market. And so even amidst this COVID crisis, I understand there might be some survival things, but I believe that to build a sustained brand, and this is after years of studying international brands, reading loads of different accounts, studying many different things, it seems to be a consistent thing that if you want to build something sustainable, so never mind a 1 or 2 year, make a bit of cash here or there, to build something sustainable that could outlast you even, that could last for years and years to come, it does require focus. You need to become good at what you do. And from there, other opportunities that can arise. So that's the first idea or concept that I just want to throw out there as something for you to consider, that you have to focus. And with that, it's okay to say no. The second idea, and to me this is core, and at the core of us as a group, is that you can't do it alone. You need help to build a brand. And so if the first one is you need to focus, the second idea is that you need help. We have, and are incredibly blessed to have over 100 people working with ORDE Group within the various business channels, within the various brands, and with that also countless other consultants and other people who give us input. And for me especially, it's been a humbling thing over the last few years to just realize how much I needed help and how much we need help in order to build this brand and to roll out this massive vision that we have to compete internationally as a group and as brands. And it's not just, it's more even than just people serving your own idea. It's not about just people helping us to make profit for ourselves. It's that they start becoming, you need people to become part of what you are actually doing. And to give you an idea, the ORDE Group vision, the way it starts, we start with the phrase to create unrivaled opportunities for our people. That's the beginning of our vision statement as ORDE Group, to create unrivaled opportunities, not just for the directors. There's 7 directors, not just for the directors, but for our people, for all of us. And it's a win-win, because as you create opportunities for others, they create opportunities for the business, which serves everybody. And so this idea of you needing people, you need help, is to me a huge thing. And it was a big thing for me when to learn and to realize that it's not anymore my thing. Blue Line is not my thing. You know, the group is not, it's not our thing. It's actually, it belongs to everyone working with us and a part of it. And with that is even the people outside. It's architects that we've been privileged to work with. It's designers that we've been privileged to work with. It's our clients that have encouraged us, that have challenged us, that have called us out at times when maybe our product wasn't where we thought it was. And we are so grateful for that over the last 20 years. You know, it's even competitors. You know, it's the guys who are doing stuff and they push you as well. And they challenge you as well. It's needing people to build a sustainable brand. You need all of it. You need all the challenges that come. You need all the failures that come with it. You need all the criticism that comes with it. And really just, if you are focused then, when all of that comes, the good and the bad, you are able to actually keep moving forward, and it helps you to keep moving forward. And so that's the second thing. So the first thing is, you need to focus, I believe. We need to stay focused on our core competency. The second thing, that you need help. You do need people to help you actually move forward and to build the brand. And the third thing is that you have to risk it. And this is a tough one. It will be risky. Focusing is risky. Focusing on a core thing, giving the lion's share of your time to a core product or service that you're offering, years and years and years. I've been doing this since I was 18 years old, and just I've lived and breathed cabinetry and finishes and kitchen design and wardrobe design and just fitted cabinetry. It's risky to do that, but I believe it's part of how you build a sustainable brand. It's risky to involve people into what you are doing and trying to build. It's risky. And it's risky to even attempt to try and build a brand. It's risky. As I said earlier, we coming out of COVID, or feels like, you know, internationally we're still kind of in COVID, but we coming out, instead of us sitting here going, let's just hunker down and try and stay safe for the next few months and try and survive, we saying, no, we rolling it out. We're rolling out a national brand, a new entry to the market. We're risking it. We're rolling out showrooms in Joburg and Cape Town. We're rolling out Blue Line in Cape. We're rolling out export channels. We're rolling out new sales channels with our contracts division. We're going for it, and we're risking for it. And guys, I think if we look at this here, what I take from it is saying, well, why not? Look how quickly things can turn. You know, we don't know what will happen tomorrow. You might have started this year in a great position with work and comfortable with your financial position and stuff, and 3 months later, everything sort of turned upside down. And so I want to encourage you, it's worth risking it. Yeah, our economy is tough at the moment, for sure. The government has its challenges, for sure. This continent has its challenges, for sure. To me, it's worth risking it. You know, if you want to build something sustainable, then find what you need to focus on. Find the people to do it with you, and risk it. Go for it, and see what will happen. That's what we're doing. We're continuing to move forward with nuuma. We're continuing to move forward with Blue Line, and but you know, it's also important to be real with yourself. It's important to acknowledge this as well. I always say this. I've got 4 kids, and I always say this to them, that, you know, we must. Don't live your life where you're kind of trying to put on a face. Just be real. When something's hard, acknowledge it. When something's good, acknowledge it. And all these things I've just mentioned, we've got to be real with each other. They are hard to do. The last 20 years we've been working this. We've had much more hard days and challenging days and tough times and good times and restful days. It's hard. It's hard to say no and to choose to focus. It's hard to do that, to not just try and take every opportunity to make a quick buck here or there. It's hard to stay the course. It's hard to put sustained effort in. It's hard. It's hard to involve people. I'm sure so many of you can testify to that you have tried to employ people you thought would be so good, and they actually ended up causing such damage. We've had that. I could sit here for 2 hours, a whole day, telling you stories of people over the last 20 years we've had in. But at the same time, I could also sit here for a week telling you of the amazing people that have helped us over the last 20 years, of the amazing people that we have today that are helping us. So yes, it's hard, but it's worth it. And it's hard to risk. It's hard to risk. It's hard when you've even built something, to then keep risking, to keep trying to go further, to keep trying to build more, to keep trying to go national, to then go international, like what we're attempting to do. It seems crazy, you know, but it's worth it. And I've got 2 or 3 more minutes, and I just wanted to, I hope that encourages you. I hope those 3 ideas encourage you. But I just also wanted to finish with just saying, you know, guys, we need to keep perspective. We're trying to sell kitchens. We're trying to deal with various markets and channels. We're trying to go national, trying to go international. And that's great. And that's really cool. And it can serve a lot of people. It can help feed a lot of families. It can help give, like I said, the vision of our group to create unrivaled opportunities for people. But really, at the end of the day, we're just trying to sell a product. You might be trying to sell a service. But keep perspective while you're doing all of this. Keep perspective of really the big things in life. Your relationships with people. Keep perspective of your relationship with your family, with your children. You know, don't lose sight of what really matters, what really counts. I think this year has helped us kind of all just assess. And so push and try and risk and attempt things. And go for it. But keep perspective, and you don't always have to take it so seriously. There's going to be failures. There's going to be things happening that are out of your control. But you know, I think if we can sit here, and whoever's listening to this, hopefully there's some listening to this talk today. But as I sit here, as you sit there, the fact that we have an opportunity to build something, to create something, the fact that we are sitting here with the opportunity to try and risk something, to create a product or service, is an incredible gift and something that we can all be so grateful for. And I hope that encourages you. I hope that encourages you to keep trying. I hope that encourages you to persevere in these hard times. And I hope this has encouraged you. So I think there may be some questions now that we can look at. And just thank you again. Thank you, the Decorex team, for this opportunity. Thank you for everyone who's listened to this today. And I hope that you've been challenged, and I hope that you've been encouraged by just a brief overview of our journey and of these 2 brands. Thanks very much. So I see there are some questions. So I see a question: how did you manage to differentiate your brand from others in a group? How did you make the step to stand out? That's an excellent question. That's why we've taken so long to launch another brand, even to launch our contracts division. What we found, we launched our contracts business a few years ago, and it actually launched with such great success. And we were concerned, would people think, that this is Blue Line? The whole concept was that you can buy from the same factory. It's not Blue Line, but you buy from the same factory that makes the Blue Line kitchen. So you've got the same expertise behind it. And what we realized is that all the work and all the focus we had put into Blue Line and all the kind of streamlining of Blue Line, and I was ruthless. And I've been ruthless with the Blue Line brand. All of that we've done over the years set it up that actually it made sense to everybody, basically, to be able to have something that's not Blue Line, but they love the idea that's part of it. And that's what we're seeing with nuuma as well. That's not Blue Line, it's a standalone brand, but it can glean from the experience of Blue Line. So the way we did that was basically just a ruthless focus, saying no to a lot of things, and just sustained effort and sustained consistency on the Blue Line, on what Blue Line offered and what the product offered. And as I say, it's hard to do that, but we have seen the benefit of doing that. Second question I see is, how do you know when you are compromising, where to draw the line and not to say no, often jeopardize your brand? Yeah, so again, this is something that we've wrestled with over the years. So let me share with you, maybe this will help you, we developed this concept of the nuuma brand about 10 years ago. A year after that, we thought, why do we need a standalone brand? People want Blue Line, they want the ultimate, but obviously there's a massive part of the market that's wanting also a premium product, but where they can't pay the price tag of Blue Line. So why don't we just offer an internal range in Blue Line? Why don't we just offer a more cost-effective range in Blue Line? That was such a failure because Blue Line is known for offering the ultimate. And so we very quickly realized that we were compromising. So to answer your question, you have to try. Some things you have to try, and sometimes it might work and you realize, oh, okay, that didn't really compromise the brand. Other things, you might try something and you go, oh, flip, that's actually sent out the wrong message. And then you kind of need to accept that, learn from it, and move forward. Building a brand, there's a lot of mistakes you'll make. There's things that will happen where you kind of think to yourself, I didn't even plan for that to develop that way. I didn't plan for people to perceive us like that. But it just kind of happened, and you've got to run with that. Then you've got to take ownership of that. And so again, it comes back to that same thing of keep trying, keep risking it. But that's what we've seen a power. Instead of trying to water down a brand, rather develop other brands. And a lot of guys have done it very successfully internationally and even in our own country. And so that's sort of what we have also worked on then over there. I'll give you a good example that's quite helpful is Volvo. When they started, they were known for safety. So Volvo they focused on making the safest car possible. They were the ones who invented, from what I remember, the seatbelt, and they just really focused on safety. But then things developed, and they were known as that safe car, that family car. But then they wanted to try and be a more sort of designer car and a more stylish car, and they lost that element of safety. And it really impacted them because they were known for safety, so they lost their focus. And now it actually looks like they've come back to that. And so this is why it's so important to focus and to stay focused. And the last question is, who stands out the most from all the people you have worked with, and why? So who stands out the most from all the people you've worked with, and why? Sure. It's quite a tough question. We've worked with so many people in different ways. We've worked with people who've been with us maybe a year and have made a huge impact. People who've been with us 10 years. I think for me, it's probably, I'd have to say it's the people that have managed to stick it out with us. It would have to be, I don't like the word employees, we use the word team members. It's the people part of our team. We've got incredible people who have been with us 10, 12, 15, nearly 20 years. Some of them were with us from the start. It's those people who have stuck it out with us, because we have had our fair share of mistakes and failures and wrong calls, and that's what happens when you risk. And I think for me, it's the people who have actually been willing to show us grace, and to stick it out with us. And yeah, we as I said earlier, we can't do it without those people. So I think it's them, and then I'd say it's also people who have been willing to tell us the truth, in terms of clients, people we've collaborated with, architects or designers, where they've actually been willing to say to us, and say to me, you know what, that maybe it's a design element, maybe it's a attitude, maybe whatever it may be, but they've been willing to tell us the truth. And so I think that's been huge, in terms of people that we've worked with. As I said, we need people, and we can't do this, we can't move forward without people. And so yeah, we're incredibly grateful for the people who have stuck with us over all these years. So guys, I think that's it. I think that's all the questions. So thank you again to the Decorex team, to everyone listening today. And yeah, I wish you all the best for these next few months. And I hope this has encouraged you. Thanks very much.